I guess, a safe lane alchemist here.
They're just going to be playing catch up a bit. syndereN's just kind of jungling it up a bit at bottom. They will catch vision of Jonas, and this could be the first blood.
Pulled back into the cogs with the battery assault, and this is surely his death. They're going to try and TP in with Slardar to help save him, but that will be our first blood.
Given the Alchemist like a safe laning stage, but they can get aggressive elsewhere in a later time. Top lane, they're going for a bit of a big dive here on Trixi, and I think they've got it, even with the TP support.
A 3-second stun makes it pretty easy. Disruptor is here, so they can glimpse back Loda into this tier 1 tower. Now, he does get into the trees where Handsken's also sitting, so this is a little bit difficult. Doesn't get hit by the cogs. Handsken puts himself out there first, seeing if the NiP team will go on him, but they really want to get this Loda kill.
Jugs here.
Tries to close the distance, almost gets Era, doesn't quite hit him with that stun. They will hit him with a 2-second stun. Omni Slash bounces back over to Era, but Era managed to get the blink away. Fortunately, one of the Omni Slash bounces hit syndereN. Now Limp's going to be stuck. Oh, doesn't get stuck inside the kinetic field. That was so close.
Giving away some of that top lane advantage, but with that dive, and then the entire time having Qojqva free farm, I think they've got a problem to deal with. And syndereN tanks a smoke gank.
Oh, he gets the cogs. Limmp,
wow,
he didn't keep the close distance there. Here. Limmp, haste room, brought back into the kinetic field, makes it out though. That was a close one.
NiP are ready and set up. They've got a static storm.
Back here, kinetic field, that'll land on Handsken. He's definitely dead. Alliance throughout the healing ward to try and save him. They tried to do that slow Roshan against a Clockwork and against a Weaver with Swarm.
Yeah. And Qojqva's TPing in now with his Radiant, so he can actually fight with his armlet Chemical Rage.
Oh, this is going to get real nasty. If NiP can actually win a fight with an Alchemist this early on, it's going to be disastrous for Alliance. They start backing themselves away. They turn around. They're going to go on to Qojqva. Vacuum in with the wall over the top, but a really disruptive play from syndereN with the hook shot in on the cogs with the static storm over the top. Limmp can't get anything off. No Omni Slash there. jonassomfan has the surge, but can't even get it off with the constant battery assault ticks. So Alliance lose all 5 there with Roshan. Loda does not have Phantasm. He used it at bottom lane, take out that tier 2. It's already gone by the time the creeps hit for tier 3, so it's not even getting any base damage during all this, and lacking a big team fight ultimate. They're going to be able to get the Eul Scepter straight into the static storm, hoping to be able to finish off once again, but he does have the BKB. Now turns it around. Era caught in by a stun. That's going to be the Aegis down. Handsken, though, locked inside the cogs against syndereN, and Trixi will end up going down. That'll be a numbers advantage until a buyback comes in. A full 5-on-5 still going to ensue here. Loda goes on to Qojqva. Minus armor is not good enough. Qojqva still fight this one out, even against the spin of Limmp. Another pushback there from syndereN with the cogs. He's protecting Qojqva while he hits on the melee racks. A beautiful sonic wave brings all of Alliance low, but they are working around the shrine, so they're going to get a decent amount of HP. Still not healthy enough to engage. Vacuum back, but Handsken a little bit late there.
He was kind of the more vulnerable target that Alliance go for, but Second Life is there, and even Hana, they smoke up. They want to go fight. Qojqva
got this fresh Shivas on Qojqva if he wants to be able to slow him down. There it goes. Alliance now have the Phantasm with the 4-second stun. Maybe they can finally finish off Qojqva with a jump in, hook shot, and static storm. That's going to lessen the damage, and a big blow by Era. Knocks out one. Limmp is going to be a second one. Limmp is just going to be gone on by Qojqva and Trixi. They pull back jonassomfan as well. A third core going to fall here from Alliance, and they drop the GG call as well, meaning our Alchemists will end at our good versus this Lone Druid carry.
But first rotation seems to be coming in down bottom as Handsken TP's down with the Earth Spirit.
syndereN not able to get close enough to EGM. Handsken's going to come in, misses the roll, but they do have the stun, follow-up kick, and a quick silence.
Lanes like Trixi, even though he's got a Midas, is still very much a space-creating core. He's going to force people to come respond when he's pressuring lanes, and he by himself can defend pushes sometimes with Plague Ward, so we'll see that put to the test now up top as rotation is well and truly coming his way.
Trixi does manage to get off the ultimate before he dies, but it is all 5 of Alliance. They're just going to run over NiP. Do they have Assassinate's going to be 2, so that Shellgrave TP is successful.
And you do expose yourself a bit by being in the pit.
They are going to be able to take Roshan in time before syndereN can be there. syndereN actually not even throwing out the crush, tries to back himself away, but gets hit by the kick from Handsken. They get 2, now a third. Hani goes for the Shellgrave TP out, but he's still hit by the Assassinate. That mini stun will stop him from TPing out, and there was also the swap.
Doesn't land it though.
Trixi daring Alliance to go onto him, but it's actually going to be the roll in onto Hani. That is real bad. Qojqva is going to have to feel some pressure coming in from behind. He's going to go for EGM first. They do manage to get the Venom slow, but now Qojqva is going to be backdoor. forward by Loda and Handsken as a duo. syndereN going to be jumped on as well. Limmp gets a little bit more ion shell damage. Now the urn stopping that blink dagger with this assassinate to finish him off. Looks like Alliance will come out ahead unless Era can turn this around. He managed to get the kill onto Limmp, but that's still just the Aegis.
Well, Alliance now feel like they've got this small window with Aegis, so they're on the high ground. The split push up is not a big threat, so this will be it's like an uncontested Rax.
Yep. They kind of jump out. Trixi's been silenced, pulled back there. Looks like they're going to try and get him before he can pop his ultimate, or at least be out of range. They do get the Shallow Grave,
TPs,
Shrine,
ideally.
And Assassinate is not going to be enough. He will
they
get
can cancel TPs, they may get Rax at bottom.
Yeah,
Qojqva's way down there, he's on the melee Rax.
Limmp is keeping all these blink daggers back. TPs are coming back. The melee Rax. Oh no, you're out of range. Go back in, Qojqva. He's going to be able to get
suicide
it.
For
syndereN jumped out. All right, he's got it. TP out. Handsken, Assassinate is going to be able to make that mini stun. He's going to try and juke out, but he does have the Yule Scepter. Back over to top lane. Do they catch anything? Loda, he's not going to be able to TP away. Doesn't even have one. They do manage to get the stun onto him. Era has the Reaper Sight. They're drawing closer and closer. Loda just cannot be allowed to heal up here, and it looks like they got him dead to rights. Now Qojqva, he's going to burn out from the urn. There it goes. And that just leaves EGN, the final fish to be caught. 100 seconds on the Lifestealer.
Kite it around.
Speed is of the essence here. Limmp is going to be jumped on here. Trixi, Yule Scepter, nice two-man crush out there. Get a little bit of an exit. The swap back onto syndereN. That looks like that should be a pick-off for the Shallow Grave there. syndereN, his life is going to be at the cost, though, of a tier 2 tower at top lane, and Qojqva rather quickly barreling down that top lane, going for the melee Rax. But we'll see the jump in here from Trixi, coating everybody in with that poison. It's an Aghanim's upgrade as well. So Alliance are going to be feeling this burn in the next few seconds. See if NiP can actually do much. They're trying to buy back, trying to stop anything of these melee Rax are going down, or at least catch somebody on the way out, because Qojqva is beginning to work on that one. Nice vacuum. Oh, there goes the Reaper Sight, but it's not enough. Now with the cheese being eaten up, and Era, he's silenced up. He's going to lose his life unless the Shallow Grave can save him. They need a little bit more heals coming out with the Assassinate. Oh, not quite enough to finish him up, but Handsken will claim the kill. Trixi also going down. Handsken actually almost blinks into him, rolls upwards, thinking that syndereN had backed away, but syndereN just goes deeper into position. Don't get caught now, though. Oh, rage creep. He spotted him. Sniper the snipey. He's got him. syndereN starts force-tapping himself away, has a blink up in a second, but the Yule stops him first. Now the roll-in. Handsken's going to be able to catch syndereN, slow him down a little bit more, but the rest of the team keeps pushing forward. Era, he's been gone on here. He's actually down. Trixi gets his initiation with all that. Qojqva now has to come in big time with the poison, taking away these heroes. Ghost Scepter out from Trixi, buys a little bit more time, but the swap back onto Qojqva. He's in trouble, turns, kills EM, the Shallow Grave, buying him a little bit more time. The Assassinate, the Shrine, it keeps him alive. Want to try and finish this up in a 2-0. They're going to have to fight through Mega Creeps and against an incredibly farmed Alliance crew. Limmp getting that extra surge movement speed. A Yule Scepter to himself, but there's the call. Qojqva, I think they know it's over. They had a very, very narrow path to victory this whole entire time.
And put TA mid.
Maybe this was the plan all along. syndereN could be our first. It will be our first blood here.
NiP misjudged it. I don't even have the damage to bring him down. Perhaps a little bit concerning. Even though their TA is still farming very well. And it's going for, the Midas as well, so it will be a full-on Midas game.
You had a free out there, but he times back in and it's corrosive haze on him.
Oh, the invis. Got him.
Limp's got him. Corrosive haze. Oh, he loves the time lapse, but he's still right there in the same spot for Limmp to collect the duel. Eric gets spotted out by EGM.
Yeah, you farm and you prioritize taking the Ancients as often as possible, but then you look to fight. Now Qojqva has to fight.
Oh, Alliance, are you going to throw away this game in a Roshan attempt? They had an Invis Templar Assassin. Now they jump in, a big hit and a blinding light push out. Qojqva snatched up the Aegis, and now it's cleanup on aisle 6. Ninjas and Pyjamas are going to take 3 heroes of Alliance. Smoke play as they attempted last time. Do see jonassomfan thanks to this ward right now, so this smoke, they may be able to find a decent initiation here before Roshan spawns. They're going to blow up jonassomfan. They do also see Handsken. They can still be able to get the hold on him, but Handsken does have backup. They're going to have Limmp coming in with the duel. Now the follow-up. Qojqva, he jumps in, but underneath the shrine, can't actually output any damage, so they manage to pick up 2 here, and maybe Trixi as well. He runs out of Shikuchi, has a time lapse up now, corrosive haze, and ho.
Very surprised by this because the Aegis still is a good duration, but they feel like they can get the jump and burst down key hero here.
Oh, they see the courier coming in, so they know these heroes smoked up, but the initiation still comes true for a NiP. but can't put out the damage on this Ghost Scepter, so now it's going to be Alliance's initiation, who's a little bit there. Already scored 2. They've locked down Qojqva as well. Limmp, he eliminates him under the duel. Now it's going to be mass buybacks, going to be forced out of NiP, and they just don't have the buybacks. They're going to be able to get the coddle as well, but it's 2 of the cores down permanently for Ninjas and Pyjamas.
Whatever happened there, the rest of the fight was just as bad. Qojqva is going to die a second time, and that's it. That's game over. There's nothing you can do at that point if you're NiP.
Felt like
And that's where I feel like clock is.
maybe this was the plan all along. syndereN could be our first. It will be our first play here. Alliance quickly snatch up that kill.
Qojqva.
They're going to take that bait, and a big blast is going to come through. Now they're turning around. EGM dropped low. That's going to be their target. Trixi looks to pick it up. Another blast is coming in, and that will be your first kill for Ninjas and Pyjamas.
Down, so the fact NiP misjudged it and don't even have the damage to bring him down, perhaps a little bit concerning. Even though their TA is still farming very well, and it's gone for the Midas as well, so it'll be a full-on Midas game.
Trixi, you had a free out there, but he time-lapsed back in, and process, you know, he has to match this Lifestealer in many ways. He is the counter, but I would have preferred them trying to be a lot more aggressive and punish Alliance. Qojqva is now going to be caught by a smoke rotation. Presumably not going to make it out of here. Blink would be nice, but his hand of Midas won't.
An additional pick-off if NiP aren't careful here. Oh, the Invis duel. They've got him.
Limp's got him. Corrosive Haze. Oh, he buffs a time-lapse, but he's still right there in the same spot. Anytime soon. A smoke up from Aaron. Hani's going to run into jonassomfan. That's a pretty big kill. They use their steering chains, going to double the remnant. jonassomfan can still get out. In fact, a long leap does get him some distance. There is one more remnant there. Era's out of range with this flame guard burn, though.
He's got
34 HP. Meanwhile, top lane looks like they're going to be able to kill the Templar Assassin. That's a big one.
Pairing up with the Ember Spirit to fight and find these pickoffs. The end result is it's Alliance finding kill after kill.
jonassomfan is he going to die this time around? Does get chained up, so they're not going to chain their disables, especially with the arrow that Hani still had stolen.
Nice. Yeah, again, like rotations that you need to be successful in, and I really feel like this is like one of the most passive TAs I've seen. Like you watch what most teams are doing with the TA, like you farm and you prioritize taking the ancients as often as possible, but then you look to fight. Now Qojqva has to fight.
Oh, Alliance, are you going to throw away this game in a Roshan attempt? They had an Invis Templar Assassin, now they jump in, a big hit, and a Blinding Light push out! Qojqva snatched up the Aegis, and now it's cleanup on aisle 6. Ninjas and Pyjamas are going to take 3 heroes of Alliance, take their Roshan away. They even killed the Rosh itself, so they got everything out of that engagement. Everything you could possibly hope for NiP. This game just got blown wide open.
Yeah, going for that Roche. Very risky against the traps. Loda, is he actually going to get caught out as well? Doesn't look like it. Trixi is just going for the style plays, but he needs to be getting out of there pretty soon with the Mirana in hot pursuit. But they get towers to fold this one up. They've still got the Aegis to play around.
Oh, Trixi.
Fantastic sequence of events.
Oh my god, he's actually getting away. He managed to shoot Gucci ahead of that crush. The corrosive haze is going to last for a really long time, so I don't think he's making out of here. The blink will finally catch up, and Handsken will lock him down. So Trixi and his style plays on Loda does actually turn into a death on him. Loda's now going to be caught, but he does have the rage. No TP, though, and a corrosive haze stolen up by Hani means they can rip him apart with the physical damage of NiP. Stay away from NiP at all costs, and that's probably the better play, honestly, with that Aegis still in hand. They have vision of him, counter ward and ward. Again, it's the Aegis hero, so they are going to make a combination play. They're going to swap him back into the tier 2, so when he comes back, he's still in considerable danger. With the arrow coming out, he's actually immediately going to land on Qojqva, and he dies just like that. Underneath the tier 2 tower, NiP have now lost their Aegis advantage, lost their team fight play here, and are going to have to full-on retreat, but syndereN's going to be the extra hero caught behind. Handsken managed to blink forward, get a corrosive haze on him, and they will find
position where you just have to immediately retreat, but they knew with that arrow coming in that they could get the kills now top. They've caught Era.
Yeah, they have the Aghanims and the Infest combination.
Within maybe 500 range of each other.
Era caught out. They may be able to find a decent initiation here before Roshan spawns. They're going to blow up jonassomfan. They do also see Handsken. May still be able to get the hold on him, but Handsken does have backup. They're going to have Limmp coming in with the duel. Now the follow-up. Qojqva, he jumps in, but underneath the shrine, he can't actually output any damage, so they manage to pick up 2 here, and maybe Trixi as well. He runs out of Shikuchi, has a time-lapse up, now corrosive haze, and ho ho ho. Are they going to go high ground again while Ember Spirit has boots of travel on cooldown?
Ember's not going to threaten to take a Rax. It's
No.
gonna be annoying, but you pushed way faster.
All right, he's going to jump back to his Remnant. I didn't see he had one, but Limmp, half health now. That Desolator chops beginning to do their work. Qojqva's going to commit here. Blinking forward does get the Meld Strike, but Armlet Toggle keeps Limmp alive. Now Trixi's the target from Loda. Does manage to get off the time-lapse just in time. Qojqva's BKB is wearing out. Alliance, they're not feeling good about the turnaround, though. They're going to try and back away. Handsken's going to be caught. Nice blink forward by Hani, catching him with the Crush. They lose a support. They can lose a core. Loda has the Rage still up. Managed to get off the chains. He doesn't have an Infest, though. He's going to have to play purely off of Armlet Toggles and press the attack. There goes the press the attack, taking off that Mana Leak. They're pursuing a little bit deeper, tried to Armlet Toggle at the wrong time.
That tier 3 tower, he really exposed himself and kind of forces the rest of Alliance to go into a fight to get him out of there alive. And
Ooh, a Yules into an arrow. That's a good combination. Magic Missile as well. The Blinding Light bounce back, though. That stopped Limmp from being able to close the distance for the duel. The chain stun that was required. Now he's going to be stunned up. Hani blinks in, hits the Crush, so that's stolen away. Limmp is almost dropped here. Qojqva makes the commitment. They take him down. He may have to buy back here because the fight is still going to go out. Handsken pops his BKB and does manage to get away. Trixi hit by another Magic Missile, but a blast is coming in. It's going to heal up Trixi and hit jonassomfan pretty hard. NiP are going to have their chance to still take that full lane of Rax at mid without the buybacks, but there it is. Legion Commander's buyback has been forced, and that's all NiP really wanted.
he goes for the wave, doesn't see anyone for a swap though, but there we go, gets Trixi.
Duel back, but a stolen swap by Hani. Maybe they can save Trixi. Not good enough. Hani almost dies from that as well. They do manage to get the range Rax, and an instant buyback comes out from Trixi.
Very surprised by this because the Aegis still has a good duration on it, but they feel like they can get the jump and burst down the key hero here.
Oh, they see the courier coming in, so they know these heroes are smoked up, but the initiation still comes true for a NiP. But Qojqva can't put out the damage on this Ghost Scepter, so now it's going to be Alliance's initiation, who's a little bit better. They've already scored 2. They've locked down Qojqva as well. Limmp, he eliminates him under the duel. Now it's going to be mass buybacks, going to be forced out of NiP, and they just don't have the buybacks. They're going to be able to get the Coddle as well, but it's 2 of the cores down permanently for Ninjas of Pyjamas. A full minute there.
Yeah, I didn't see how Eric got locked down, but the rest of the fight was... whatever happened there, the rest of the fight was just as bad. Qojqva is going to die a second time, and that's it. That's game over. There's nothing you can do at that point if you're NiP. And very bold call, leaving your base, fighting into the Aegis, fighting outside of your high ground defense, and it does not pay off for NiP.
Yeah, he...